Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ratchaburi, and we're going to take a look at something. I was over here a little bit more than a year ago, but it's a really cool site. We're going to be taking a look at Wat Phra Ratana Mahathat, and the locals just call it Phra Mahathat, which is like the temple of the relic. And it's an old prong that goes back to about the 10th or 11th century, and it was a Khmer prong at one time, and we'll look at that. But there's been a lot of renovation to it. There's been adding on from the Ayutthaya kingdom and a bunch of other stuff. So let's see what we see today. This temple is right over here near the Mae Klong River, and this used to be a major trading point in the old days, back in the Dvaravati days, in the Suvarnabhumi era. This temple building right here, this is an Ayutthaya style ordination hall, and you can see the old wall and everything, and it's locked up today, so we won't be able to look in there, but it's quite cool. I like the styling of it. And then right here next to it is a pretty cool moon drop, and there's a Buddha footprint, and it's locked up also. And I totally missed these two buildings last time I was over here. I was fixated on the prong, but this is quite cool also. You can see the styling of this, shaped like a boat in the middle right there. And this goes to the Ayutthaya king Dvaravati, I think was his name. And he was a pretty important king. He did a lot of restoration of these old temples and stuff like that. You see a lot of his influence when you go and you walk through Ayutthaya. And I have this little place out here. It's quite cool, just underneath the trees. Got some little shrines and stuff like that, and you can see the laterite base of this moon drop. And there's a few chetties and stuff like that. But this isn't what we came for. We came to go and take a look at this prong right up here ahead of us. So this is the prong right here, and then all the temple buildings and stuff like that all around it. And you can see the old wall made out of the laterite stones, and then they put those little figures up on top. The Lodi, I think is what those are called, those guys on it. Yeah, it's great. And then they have some brick wall and stuff like that. And they've done some excavations around here, and there's some of the bases of the buildings that have been exposed. But all around here, inside of the wall, there's bases of buildings like this one right here. They're just calling it an ancient ruin, and it has the laterite base, and it's in the shape of an L. But it was a demolished building, and there's just quite a few of them all around in here. And right over here, this is what they used to mix lime to make the bricks and stuff like that, and that's what they did during the Ayutthaya era. That's probably when the Wihan was constructed. This one right here, and we'll look up in it here in a sec. Looks like they got something that they're going to be doing, some kind of ceremony. Let's look up in this building right over here. Yeah, these laterite stones here, this was the top of the roof. You can see it was a little cloister, and it's made out of laterite stones. And here's another laterite base, and then we'll look up inside this building over here. It looks kind of interesting. They got a couple chetties, and it is a working temple. So we got a monk over here. Yeah, this is the old base of a building. I think it was used for like funerals, because they had some like pottery and stuff that they uncovered there during the Ayutthaya period. And then this is this little building here. Now what's cool about this temple is they have these Buddhas that are back to back, and they have it inside of this little building also. Yeah, this is really nice. You can see the stucco that made up that Buddha is kind of cracking underneath the gilding. And this is the little shrine. So they burn the joss sticks and candles, stick the gold leaf on these, and then they have the two images there. Yeah, this is just a little Wihan over here when you first come in. So we can see the entryway over here. This would have been the Gopura. You can see how they carved laterite stones. And at one time this was a chetty right here. But I really like how they carved these laterite stones. These look like newer bricks here, but they would have been restored into kind of what it originally looked like. And you can see the wall and some more of the bases. Some of them are Ayutthaya era, some of them are newer, like Bangkok era. And then we have another building up there. That's 2533. This is what, 2567 is this year. So that building is not too old. Well, that's the source of the music. Okay, let's go up in here and look at this. This is the main Wihan. And it was restored at least 3 times during the Ayutthaya era. And then it also has some that was added, like these brick walls here, during the Bangkok era. But it'll have the back-to-back Buddha images in the subduing Mara pose. You can see people are over here getting a lesson from the monk. And it's an open air building now. They haven't rebuilt the walls, which is kind of cool. Gives you a little bit of cross breeze in here. And you see a lady monk here cleaning up the joe sticks and stuff. So these are the original pedestals for the columns that would have supported the roof. It's all been redone since. You got the little shrine here with the Buddhas with the gold leaf on them, and there's a Buddha footprint. Yeah, these are octagonal shapes, so that would have definitely been a hallmark of the Ayutthaya era. Now, the Buddha images themselves are in an early Ayutthaya style, and they're quite massive. This is really a nice little display of the Buddhas. I mean, they are just absolutely huge. And there's 2 of them back to back, and you just don't see that anywhere. It's pretty unique. This was the first place I ever saw the back-to-back Buddhas like this. Yeah, that's really cool. And then you could see this would have originally opened up back to the prong, but now it's closed off. And you can see how much it's settled over the centuries. All of these columns would have been fallen over, and they would have probably had some other images and stuff around the outside. Now they just have 2 of them on the corners here. And then, I'm not sure what that is. Might have been like the top of like the building or something like that back in the old days. And then they have some more of these little figures that were on top of the fence or the outer wall. Yeah, they have brick and laterite stones all mixed in here, and all the little shrine, and then those 2 massive Buddhas. Yeah, really nice. And this over here, this is the original cloister. So this would have circled the Wihan right here. Now it's just a few of the images that are down to the laterite base. So they found terracotta roof tiles whenever they excavated. Some of them were Ayutthaya era, some of them were Khmer. And they just have excavated it several times here, and they find new little things when they do. You can see the original wall here. It had the plaster on it. And now they've added this building here. So we'll go in here and we'll look at this prong. So we come in the gate. They have all the Buddha images lined up here. And then they have this cloth, so you can come and write a message or your family members' names or something like that on the cloth. And then we can see one of the prongs here. So more of the Buddha images. And then this right here. So you ring that. It's an old style bell. And then you can see the prongs right there. Oh, they are fantastic. So they've been renovated many times. But they say it's similar to the prongs in Lopburi in styling. These 2 side ones are smaller. And then you can see like the pediments up there. There's no lintel above the door. And then some pediments there above those. It's just fantastic. And you can see the staff of Shiva up on the top. And these have the faux entrances on all 4 directions. So we had a chetty here that would have been added during the Ayutthaya era. And then you have a wheel of law. Oh, that's really a beautiful building. We have a reclining Buddha. And this is right in front of the stairwell that will go up into the prong in a sec. You can see they have all their the regular little Buddha imagery and stuff. People can come over here and pray. So we'll go up to these stairs now. So this Chedi is 34.6 meters tall. It is quite amazing. And you can still see all the carvings and everything. Those have been restored pretty recently. They're in too nice a shape. Okay, so let's go up into this entrance right here. Okay, so this is the top here. We can see the image that's inside and the little shrine. It's behind some gates there. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's murals painted all in here. And you can see the Buddha images are Khmer styling. It's hard to focus through that little gate. And you can see the red ceiling and the white walls and stuff. Yeah, really a pretty nice little place. You see that down there, that's where that reclining Buddha is at. And that's where the back-to-back Buddhas are. And then over there is where we first started the video with that moon drop and that Ayutthaya style building. They're back in the trees over there. You can just see the red roof of that Ayutthaya style building. Yeah, pretty cool temple. Well, now let's walk around. We'll go down to the bottom. We'll walk around the cloister and see the prong. You can see the little building that the reclining Buddha is under. It's quite large. Here's his feet down here. Got the lady monks doing stuff. You got one of the old Naga here. So they found Dvaravati stuff here. They found Khmer stuff, as well as Ayutthaya era artifacts all through here. You can see the pigeons up there. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I really like this. So it looks like they're trying to start repainting a little bit of it right there. Doing a little bit of restoration. And you can see all those figures right there on that pediment. Yeah, you can see the Naga on the sides. And you can see the little giant. Then you see all the Buddha imagery all up there. And Naga, everything else. It's fantastic. You can see the base is like the 12-cornered base that it's sitting on. So this would have been Bayan style back when it was originally built. Yeah, it's fantastic. Now I was reading that some people say it is based off of Angkor Wat, but it doesn't look like Angkor to me. It does look like the what is it, the Prasat Chedi, the one that's in Ratchaburi. It looks like the center tower of Ratchaburi to me. And over here in the cloister, they got some more of the back-to-back Buddhas and some of the standing images, just various ones all around here. But the focal point is definitely this center Prasat. So there's three smaller pagodas or prangs. They were built on the same base as the center one, but they were added later. They were added early Ayutthaya, probably 15th century, maybe 16th century. You got the standing Buddha here, and then all those up there, there's scenes of the Buddha's life and stuff like that in the stucco work. All the little things have meanings. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Over here they have some of the pottery shards, seashells. These are things that they've dug up here at this temple. Over here we got some more pottery shards. You can see the little pieces of the Buddhas that were here originally. Hands and arms and stuff like that. And what the Thais will do is they'll come here and they'll circle around the Prasat 3 times. They'll say their prayers and stuff like that. And then this gate over here is closed, but it has kind of a cool Buddha sitting here. And this is the Buddha that's sitting right over here by the entrance. You see the different styling in the face. The eyes are closed compared to those ones that were the early Ayutthaya style where the eyes were open. But this has a lot of history to this temple. Yeah, it's really interesting to walk around and see everything. And more of the Buddha images. And you can see how they've combined the laterite stones with the brick. And then this would have been an old chetty from the Ayutthaya era. Yeah, it's really fantastic. And then this modern cloister here with all the Buddha images all around. So you can see they're over here writing the messages. And then all these people, they're circling the Prasat 3 times. We'll take one more look at it, and then we'll go look up on the other side. On the west side, there's a few more little ruins over there. So you can see the wall here. You got the monks out here sweeping up the leaves. The old wall that was laterite, and then the brick part. A couple more monks over here. And then you can see the outer part of that cloister, and then the Prasat. You can see the styling of that. That's quite cool. You got the Nagas there. You got the giant holding something. Yeah, it's fantastic. So there's a few more ruins over here that are just down to the base. And I think all of this stuff here dates back to the Ayutthaya era. So right over here, right outside of the west entrance, you can see there's the Prasats. And what was right here, this is just the base of an old ordination hall. And it resembles the layout of Phra Mahathat in Ratchaburi. You can see they put one of the Buasima stones there. And then this is like monk quarters and goes into the community over there. And it looks like we had a bus over here for the Thai tourists. They came over to see this temple. It's going to finish up our video over here at this 10th century-ish, I guess, 10th century, 11th century Khmer temple. It's been restored and renovated many times over its history. It's quite cool. This is just kind of a hidden gem over here in Ratchaburi. Not too many people come over here. The Thais know a little bit about it, but it's still way off the touristy trail. You come over here and you can walk around, and the Thais, you know, it is an active temple, so they still come over here, they pray, and they do their thing for Buddhism. It's quite cool. I would recommend, if you're in the area, to stop over here and take a look at this. I've enjoyed it. I've came over here about a year ago, a little bit over a year, and I wanted to come back over and see it again today because I like it. It's a nice building. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and stick around. If you know more about it, leave me a comment down below and tell me what you know about this temple. I would like to know a little bit more. I did a little bit of research online, but it's pretty vague. There's not a whole lot of information about it. So anyway, if you know more, leave me a comment down below, or if you have any questions or comments, or if you've been here, let me know also. And until next time, from over here in Ratchaburi, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.